The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here. It seems like both a very long wait and almost too short of a wait for this new generation of gaming to arrive. But today, I'm not looking forward, I'm looking back. With the Switch 2 launching on the 5th of June, we got a whole new host of games. Personally, I've probably sunk a little bit too many hours already into Mario Kart, but that's not the game we're here for today. Of course, we're here to check out the new upgrades to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm Em, and welcome back, or welcome to the channel, if you don't know who I am. I'm an aspiring shiny hunter and Pokemon fanatic. I'm just mainly here to have fun and find some different color pixels in a game series that I love. With the arrival of the Nintendo Switch 2, Scarlet and Violet have now been fully optimized. Players can now enjoy an improved image quality with visuals optimized for both the system's display and high-resolution TVs. According to Nintendo themselves, I didn't say all that waffle. No, all I know is that the game looks a lot better and it runs so smooth nowadays. Long gone are the laggy areas that we know as Lag Lake and Lag Tree Thicket. No more do you have to worry about abandoning your shiny hunts when it starts to rain. But how optimized are these areas? Well, I decided to jump into the new and improved Pokemon Violet specifically, visit the previously worst performing areas, and shiny hunt for a bit. Here's how it went. The first area we're going to explore is Poké Path. It's the first area in the game pretty much, just kind of up from your house where you start. It's been a while since I've been to this area, but I do remember it being pretty rough, so let's see how much it's improved. I mean, off the bat you can already see a difference. I can see Pokemon like way in the distance. I don't think they'd be able to load in the original version. You can even see Pokemon across the lake there. That's crazy. The game just feels so much more alive, which is what you need in an open world game, really. Whilst I am usually a method hunter, I'm just gonna go at this with my shiny charm and the fact that they've like upped the spawn rates, I suppose. So we'll ride around, test out the new environments and see what shines. I feel like before you just wouldn't have been able to get like 3 or 4 Pokemon in the same tree. I feel like it was only like 1, maybe 2. But the main thing I loved about Scarlet and Violet, aside from the story, is just seeing Pokemon in like their normal habitat. And unfortunately the frame rates and kind of the laggy performances did ruin that a little bit. But to see them all so clearly now, just hanging out and vibing, it's so cool. Oh my god. I'm not shiny hunting down there, but that's insane. Look how many Pokemon are on the screen at one time. That's a shiny Lechonk. I thought it was a Hoppip. I was just about to drive past it. Right, okay. Out of all the Pokemon spawning on this road, I did kind of want Lechonk. The moment this little guy was introduced, I fell in love. Yes, let's go. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. It took about 20 minutes, I think. With, as you see, no sandwich, up and running. I'd say full odds, but I have the shiny charm, so it's shiny charm odds. But that's pretty fast. I mean, I'm not gonna do this for every section of the game, but yeah, the quality is increased drastically, and the game is so much better for it. Walking through this beginning area is like, it's very clear it's meant to be one connected path leading up to the lighthouse and then into the towns proper. And before you just didn't get that sense of connection because the spawns would cut off between areas, but now it just all flows so much more seamlessly, and the increased odds definitely help out for shiny hunting. Now, it wouldn't be a video testing out the new and improved areas if I didn't mention Artisan and its infamous like 5 frames per second windmill. Now, I know they fixed it, I've seen videos of it, but I haven't seen it for myself. So let's have a look. Yeah, instantly you can see. It's so much better. I have to admit, it's kind of crazy that they shipped the game with the windmill looking how it did. But yeah, I mean, so much better. Now, I don't think the performance surrounding Artisan and the Pokemon spawns outside of the town were that bad. But one place that was bad, and that I actually gave up on a shiny hunt, there was, of course, if I can find it, Tag Tree Thicket. It's very infamous for all its lag spikes, frame drops, especially when it rains. So let's check it out and see if we can find a shiny there. Yeah, instantly better. Look how far in the distance I can see spawns, like, that's crazy. It's a shame that this area performed so poorly because I do think it's a really cool area. It's very unique and like centered around, oh my god, fake fan, what are they called? Graphite and Strudel, especially with like the trees and stuff. I just wish it looked better when the game first came out is all. I was shiny hunting Graphite in this area. And I had to give up because it was just too laggy and it was frustrating me too much. But it is... it's a miracle to kind of see it perform at this frame rate. I don't know if this area technically counts as Tag Tree Thicket, but this is where I was shiny hunting and... it was miserable. Maybe I'll reclaim and actually find a shiny Graphite. Okay, now it's raining and we can really test out how it stands up because... the rain just made everything suck so bad. But it seems to be handling it pretty well. Well, it's still Scarlet and Violet. We could not have some funky glitches going on. We couldn't fix everything, of course. That took way too long. Is this what full odds hunters feel like? Is a shiny Pawniard over there, in case you couldn't see it? Here it is. I say it took long. It took like an hour. It's not that bad. I'm surprised it took that long because compared to Poké Path, it did feel like I was seeing a lot more Pokemon. In my defense, I probably missed one. That's why it took a while. Like Fungus is really small and difficult to see, as well as like Strudel as well. So I probably missed one, and that's why it took a while. But he's a little blue guy, so fingers crossed. When I said I liked Tag Tree Thicket and the idea behind it, it didn't mean I wanted to spend like an hour here, but we got our shiny and we can move on. Is it marked? Nope, no. Now another area that is synonymous with poor performance in this game is of course Casseroya Lake, Lag Lake, whatever you want to call it. It was pretty bad. I've only ever done one hunt there and that was for Vaporeon, so kind of worth it, but I hated every second of it. Now, I have done a little bit of exploring around this part before, so I know that the performance is a lot better, but let us see if anything, what decides to shine as we roam around. We'll be going all around, like in the water, up on the grass areas at the top there, and see what decides to shine. Look at that instant loading time, that's crazy. Yeah, already off the bat, so many Pokemon are spawning in the water. And the frames are still here. It's a miracle. I do really like this area of the game. It's home to a lot of cool Pokemon, especially some cool Gen 9 Pokemon, you know, Tatsuguris, Dondozos. I really like these guys. But yeah, there was no defending the performance when it first came out. It was... ugh. Yikes. Of course, one thing that hasn't changed about this area is the the way the Veloozas run into you from all angles. I'll probably get jump scared by like so many of them. And if one maybe wants to be shiny, I wouldn't say no. It's probably the only time I would like it, when they run into me. I think the Switch one might have had a meltdown if it tried to load this many Gyarados on the screen at the same time. It's absolutely insane. Like, coupled with the Dondozo as well, like one Dondozo popping up on your screen would slow the whole game down so much. Is that... that might be a shiny Tatsugiri. Yeah, that's definitely a shiny Tatsugiri, and I think I might just... I think I'm about to fail it. No. No, oh my god. This is the problem with Tatsugiri, because they're so small. Yeah, how did I see that? That's insane, because you can see the normal one on the grass over there. I would have completely missed it if I didn't literally just refresh my knowledge on what the tiny versions of Tatsugiri looks like. Thank you. That could have been bad. Yeah, Casseroya Lake definitely runs a lot better. I mean, I think it goes without saying, you can just see the fact that it's raining and I have all my frames. I think I might have missed that shiny if it was on the original hardware, because the colours are a lot more vibrant as well. Now, I never actually experienced that much lag within the 2 DLC areas, but that's probably because I played them handheld rather than like having them on my monitor. And my TV's too far away to shiny hunt from, so I think I was very lucky with that, because I've heard that certain areas can get quite laggy, and the worst area in Kitakami is the Crystal Pool. So let's see. I don't even know what even spawns there, first of all, so it's completely random. Let's see how they managed to fix it. Oh my god, that was almost instant. Well, that took like 10 minutes. There's a shiny Slugma right there. That's crazy. No sandwich, just shiny charm odds. Like, this is like a game changer. This is crazy. And in the rain as well. Coped just fine. Here is the shiny Slugma. I already have a few of these, but still good to see it. 10 minutes as well. That's like record time. That's crazy. I probably would have missed it because it just blends into like the background so well. No mark. Moving on to the second DLC area of the terrarium. Again, I didn't really experience much issues with this area when playing on my own, just playing in handheld, but I know that it did suffer quite a bit sometimes in like the savanna biomes, by like the sort of mud lakes, or sort of in the wintry biome when it like snowed and stuff like that, so I don't really know where to focus my efforts on. We've proven that the Switch 2 can handle water, the water graphics quite well, so I might just hang out in the savannah, see how it copes with the sort of random areas of mud and stuff like that. So I've heard that it suffered the worst, so let's go. I've just been riding around like the mud areas and sort of where some of the starters would spawn once you unlock them, and like I've already come across quite a few Sobble already, when beforehand like I could not find one unless I had like a sandwich up or an outbreak, so the increased spawns are working. I believe that's a shiny Farigiraf in the background there. I'm fairly certain. It looks more red, and has it got a blue nose? Yes, it has! Oh my god, that's so cool. I'm so happy Girafarig got an evolution. It needed one. Brand new Gen 9 Pokemon. Brand new evolution. And we get the shiny. I kept getting like baited by some of the other ones when like the sun was setting. They looked like the normal ones looked more red than orange, and I was like, is that shiny? But you can tell straight away because the blue on the nose, and it's a really good shiny. There we go. It took about like half an hour, and the savannah biome is a lot bigger than I thought. I definitely must have missed like a Deerling or a Vullaby or something. Okay, well, really testing my knowledge with how some of these shinies look. Right, let's check it out. So cool. No mark. It couldn't be a comparison video between the two versions if I didn't check out perhaps the coolest area in this game, which is of course Area 0. Now I'm going to check out both like the top layer and the underdepth, so we're going to get two shinies here. I'm hoping for a Paradox form, even though I technically have shiny hunted them before, but there's a lot of cool like full grown evolutions that can spawn here. We're just going to check out like how many more of them spawn, what the frame rate is like, especially with like all the Terra crystals around, especially in the underdepth. I know like flying back and forth down there could get pretty glitchy. Let's go check it out. I haven't actually seen what Area 0 looks like full stop. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's so many more spawns. So many more Pokemon are spawning here than I thought would. Like, I just didn't realize that this many Pokemon could actually spawn down here. Is that... Oh my god, I think that's a shiny Iron Bundle. Oh my god, it is! That took 10 minutes! Not even that, like 8 minutes! That's insane! And it's a Paradox Pokemon, which I wanted. I'm not saying no. Iron Bundle's very funky. I do love him. I was gonna go check out like the little cave that like spawns like Roaring Moon and I'm Valiant and stuff, but I guess not. There we go. Very nice. Just a silly little guy. No mark. So now we can head down to the Underdepths. Again, I didn't think the performance was too bad. It's just when you were like flying away from like certain areas. The Pokemon would just like fall off a cliff for no reason or glitch in the wall. So it was mainly on this bit when you would like fly over there. Let's fly over here and back. Oh god. Remember to fly, that would help. An insane amount of Pokemon spawning on this one little island. First of all, that's crazy. Oh god. I'm just gonna get absolutely flashbang there. Oh, Gibble did just fall off the... Oh my god. Can I leave? Please? Please can I leave? No? Okay. Oh my god. Leave me alone. I knew it would be one of the Gibble line. It's a shiny Gabite right there. Very obvious. Very cool. Shame about the evolution. Hey, maybe the lighting in this game fixed it. Who knows? You only take about 15 minutes. Again, I can't tell if it's me getting really lucky or if just because we're seeing so many Pokemon at one time, you just get to odds quicker. Get in the goddamn Pokeball. Finally. I feel like that took longer than it should have, but whatever. We caught it. Let us have a look. No mark. It's okay, we take it. So that was the new and improved Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Personally, you can see a difference right off the bat, and I will be sinking a lot more hours than I already have into this game, at least until Legends ZA comes out. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time for the cringy content creator stuff. Hi, I'm Em, and if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all of that jazz. It really does help me out. I'm just here posting for fun, various challenges, shiny hunts, playthroughs, maybe when the new game comes out. But if that feels like something you'll enjoy, please feel free to subscribe. So whether you just enjoy Pokemon content or you're undertaking some shiny hunts of your own, I wish you good luck, and thank you for watching.